I should go to Enderby for a bowl of soup for lunch. That's what I'll do. Eat a bowl of soup. It's only 7 degrees. Getting kind of chilly. This whole road's falling apart. Okay, so I just had a lunch at Hungry Jack's. Good restaurant. Reasonably priced. So I think I'm going to go east of here, and I'm going to go down the back way to Lumby. I'm going to do a forestry road, even though I said I wasn't. But I'll take it easy. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway. We shall get there shortly. Alright. Okay, across the bridge out of Enderby, heading east. Used to live here. Spent a lot of time working out in this area. Worked for the farmers. Doing electrical work. Good career. Glad it's done now though. I'm done with it. Okay, well, we'll grab this when we're crossing the river again. Look, somebody's texting while they're driving. Let's get it in before we run out of cell coverage, I guess. Look, somebody's... So who am I to say? Go up over the top north end of Maple Lake, and you can also swing back around on the east side of Maple Lake towards the Maple Lake Provincial Park. So I'm gonna do that run for sure this summer, and because you can go from here all the way up to Three Valley Gap up towards Revelstoke, and then you can you can come back and you can go into backwards into Lumby. We'll see. What's this called? Ashton Creek or Ashton Cook? I don't remember, but we're going to continue around the corner. But we're going to go straight south from here at the Y. And we're going to go Trinity Valley. That's the name of this road. I think I can remember that. Trinity Valley Road. Used to be a cool old bridge up here. It's been around forever, and then they deemed it unsafe. So they put in a new bridge, which is great, but they ripped out the old one. The kids used to come down here and they'd swing off the bridge into the river, and oh yeah, there's the new bridge. I don't know. It seems to me they could have figured a way out to make that bridge something, but I guess, like all things in life, it probably boiled down to liability, so they can't do it because of liability. Oh, thanks, guy. Couldn't have waited half a second, eh? Fancy new bridge though. The other one was a single lane, so you'd have to wait. But it's gone now. Well, the river's up a little bit. Not gonna be. I don't think there's gonna be a lot of flooding issues this year because there's been no water. So I just don't see any point in continuing to work. When you gotta work, and if you gotta work, well, if you gotta go to work, do the best job you can. I mean, if you gotta be there, you know, be the best employee or worker that you can be. Whatever you want to do. If you're gonna do it well. If you don't like it, find something else to do. You gotta be there. You might as well be half-assed enjoying it and do a damn good job. If you want to be slack-assers that job for the sake of being on a job. That's just dumb. But I'll tell you, I'm slowly getting used to knowing that, oh, it's Tuesday morning. I can do what I want. It's a weird feeling. last year. But now we're coming. This should be, thinking about it now, this should be my first summer that I can roll into where I can choose to do what I want to do. Last year, I had to fix a house because, okay, so here's one of the negatives of having a rental property. Now, we had a property we owned with our daughter and her husband, and they lived in part, and we rented out the other part. And yeah, it was a good situation, all good. Everybody was making a living, and tenants were reasonable until one day their son decided that I guess he was having a bad day and he wanted to make a point, or I don't know what he was doing. Anyway, he decided that he should burn the house down, so he did. So it took us a year and a half to fix that house. I mean, it's all insurance and whatnot, which is good, but if you've ever been down that pathway of dealing with all that rigmarole, I'll tell you, it ain't fun. But we got through it, so, but, subtracted from what we were able to do for the summer. And so now that's done. The house has been sold. My daughter and her husband, they weren't too keen on moving back into the house after that arson situation, and I don't blame them at all. That's, make you kind of question things, but so that was last September that got all wrapped up. So this is, now I'm thinking about it, man, this is like my first summer that I don't have a job, I don't have to go to a job, I don't have to fix a house. I don't know. Anybody coming? Nobody that way. Ooh, what's the gravel? So yeah, I don't miss that. Well, I'm not gonna film this. This is just board on pavement. So I'll catch this back up when I get to the dam. Okay, so just approaching the Shuswap Falls Dam. Past this, you can go to the Naval Lake Provincial Park, which is a really nice provincial park. Definitely recommend it. And, I used to come out here, we used to camp out here with the kids, take the truck and the trailer and come out. I used to work out, there's some shit on the road there. Down here, there's a road off to my left. That's some proper gearing there. There's a fish hatchery down there. I'm sure it's still down there, down this little road. Go down there and work in there. And now we'll come down here and we'll drop in on the bridge over the Shuswap River. A little further than I thought. So yeah, there's a hydroelectric dam in here. I never did work in that one. I worked for Hydro for 6 or 8 months. The construction services division. And I've been in Micah Creek Dam and I've been in Bridge River, but I never got into this one. Would have been kind of neat. Here we go. So off to the right is Sugar Lake. Oh yeah, look at that. That's so cool. Maybe I'll go. I wonder if I can fly the. I'm going to turn around right here. I'm going to do a little drone shot up that hunk of the valley. It's kind of neat in there. Alright, let's shut her down. fun. Just flew the little drone there across the bridge. Just gonna go up that way. I don't think it's very far. It's probably not even a half a mile. And we should hopefully be able to go down into the lookout area. Damn. So let's find out. That's Sugar Lake up there. I'm going up there this summer. Okay. Nobody coming? Nope. Nice gravelly, slippery shit. Okay. Right up here, there's a gate. There's a dam down there. And there's a viewing area where you can look at the falls. But who knows? It's still pretty early. It probably doesn't open till the end of the month. What do we got here? Oh, definitely not open. What are we gonna do? Do we want to go in there? I guess we could. Let's see if we... Okay, stop. I don't want to leave the bike sitting out like this. Kind of a shitty spot, so let's put it behind us. Nobody coming. Back it in front of the sign there, nice and flat. And we won't have to worry about the bike falling over. Okay. Plus we can get a photo opportunity. Walkway at the falls. So you got these stairs. It's pretty neat. Yeah, so this is the Wolsey Dam. So it's a BC Hydro dam, and they build these, well, way back in the day, they would build these little day use areas, as I'm imagining part of their deal to put the dam in. So yeah, if you're out in this way, it'd be a good idea to check it out. It's always pretty cool. So get up here. If there's nobody here, I'll fly the drone a little bit. I haven't been here in years. All right, can you hear it? It's too bad. I mean, if it was a normal year where the runoff was happening, wow, it'd be crazy. Anyway, let's swim this around. Oh, she's running pretty good. There's the pen stocks and the little power plant down there. Oh, that's pretty wild. Alright, check it out. Think of that. That's pretty impressive. All right, I guess it's time to go. Okay, well, what did everybody think of that? That was pretty cool, eh? So that's the Woolsey Dam, the BC Hydro Woolsey Dam, Shuswap Falls. Make sure everything's zipped up. Yep. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting spot. Still closed, but I imagine another few days it'll be open. Okay, what do we got here? Nobody. Whoop. Best if I don't drive off the sketchy spot. Yeah, that's a neat spot. So I guess we'll go back across the bridge here and head back into Lumby. Maybe we'll go to the bakery. Probably should. Gotta support the local businesses, you know. Yeah, that's beautiful up that way. Okay, well, now it's just highway back into town. This little bypass road here ends up down Highway 6. A little nicer than taking the Maple Lake Road. Okay, well, that's the end of Rollins Road, back to Highway 6. Turn right here, go into Lumby. Okay, it's rolling into the metropolis that is Lumby. But I must say, they do have a good bakery here, so I think we'll hit that. This little creek, which looks pretty mellow now, flooded a few years ago, caused all kinds of problems. No, Lumby never changes. There's the bakery. I'm going. Oh, it's not open. Oh, that's super disappointing. Okay, well, we're gonna have to go back, I guess. That's, well, now I'm in the wrong side of the road. So, Lumby Bakery was closed, so let's try Friesians, see if they have something. Thank you. Oh my God, do you see the size of that thing? That's a meal and a half. I might not be able to share that all with Carrie. Well, I might have to go find a place to sit and eat some of that. I don't know if I can wait all the way till I get home. That was pretty yummy looking. Okay. Come on, let's go. Yeah, I'm just gonna zip down the highway here for a bit. And I think I'm gonna take Cars Landing. Well, I just passed a guy on his little scrambler. He didn't want to come up. Just taking a cut off different road here through the backside of Winfield. He came up and saw the gravel and turned around, which is why we ride these big old beastie bikes. What are we in first? Oh yeah, it seems like. That's why we ride these big adventure bikes. You don't have to turn around. You just keep going. Look at that view, eh? Okanagan Valley, British Columbia. Such a hard thing to look at. Stop recording.